Alright, alright, alright. Welcome to another one about my Stump's World of Tanks Xbox One replays. We're on Halluf, platooned up with the Great Joe. He's in his Chiri. Also platooned up with Z-Man 1973. He's in his AT7. We were in Tier 7s in a pretty heavy Tier 9 match. So the thought process here was, screw it, let's just go die. And because of that, you'll see I fly right down over the hill and start playing like a light tank. I don't normally do this on this map, but like I said, we're low tier, so it's like, screw it. We're just gonna get annihilated anyways. There's E75s in the other teams, Pattons, a bunch of tier 8s. So yeah, and I don't play this tank very often. Not very often at all. I was really horny about going up this line originally, and I loved the Tier 5, I loved the Tier 6, I loved this tank. Got to the Tier 8, I didn't finish it. A couple weeks ago they had that op there where you got extra, and I played the hell out of it, and still didn't get to the next tank. I mean, I played it at least an hour every night, and still couldn't get enough XP to get to the 120. I was getting close, but then I read that the 120 wasn't even as good as this tank, as the Tier 8. You know, people online say the Tier 8's the better of the two. So, and I hated the Tier 8, so I finally said, you know something, screw it, I'm not going to waste my money. I'm not going to waste, you know, 3 million silver on a tank that I'm just going to end up selling in a few weeks because I hate it. So I went up the American auto loaders, and the Tier 8 is okay, the Tier 9 is okay, the Tier 10 is really good. The French, no, this is, for me, this is the tank that I'm going to end at. I'm not even going to bother to finish the line. So, any of you looking for any more AMX 5100 videos, or the 120, won't be coming from me. Apologize for that, but there's certain tanks I don't like, and y'all, if you follow my YouTube, if you follow me, you know that I hate the IS-8, and I'm actually considering buying the IS-8 back just because I want to master it. I want to, you know, learn how to play it better. I will not buy the 100 back. It won't happen. Which means I won't get the 120 either, because I'm not going to, you know, I don't know exactly, I think I needed 30,000 or 32,000 or something XP to get the 120, and a lot of times at that case, if I hate a tank, I'll just free XP the remainder, and yeah, I'm not going to waste it, because if everyone out there liked the Tier 8 and I hated it, it's pointless for me to even get the Tier 9, because everyone says that's even worse. So yeah, we've pushed all the way up to their hill. Put a big one into that Borzig. Can I get another one into him? Joe throws 3 or 4 into him. Can I get one more? Come on, buddy. 10-4. So that's, what, 500 out of him total. We got a tank going to go around to get him, so we'll leave that be. See if I can get one on this IS. Of course I can. Boring through his upper front plate, because the IS is another tank that sucks. Gonna go for another shot on him, and he starts being pussy, which is what I do in that tank too. Back up and get out of dodge because it's junk. And again, you have people in the forums and stuff that love that tank. I hated the IS. So, and going up the Chinese heavy line, I hated the IS too. And that was one of the tanks. So like I was just talking about the 100 and the 120 French. I gave the IS-2 a chance. I said, you know, I'm going to try it. And it was just a waste of money. I played, I don't know, 10 games in it and said, yeah, this is just an IS. Exactly the same. And I hated the IS, so. I didn't mean to fire it a minute ago at that guy. That wasn't a purpose fire. I have a problem with the Xbox One controller. The upper and bottom trigger are right together. And just where I keep my finger, sometimes I fire by mistake. I didn't mean to fire on that. I mean, I didn't mistake that fire, though. Put one into him, and he finishes him off. So now the teams are fairly even. We have a tier 9 over here, WZ, and I was hoping he'd back up. You know, he's requesting fire, but I can't put any fire right there, and I'm trying to keep the cap going. But I don't want him to die, but, you know, that's inevitable now. We're down by a couple tanks, so we got to defend this spot against 2 IS-3s. I bounce that shot. Try to move up here. Can I get a shot here? Yep, right through his lower. But he returns a favor, which kind of sucks. But guess what? I'm going to reload quicker than you, buddy. And of course, I don't quite kill him. Ugh. But the AMX 5100 finishes him off. Thank you, buddy. Try to track the AT-15 so he can't get out of dodge. IS-3 coming after me. Is he going to make his move? Come on. I'm not too scared of you. The IS-3 is a decent tank, but you're coming at the wrong angle. Goodbye. What else we got over here? We got that AT-15 left. Can I put one into him? 10-4, and I finish him off. And they're capping with 2 caps. People in the cap, so I'm going to back up. And this leopard needs to get up here quick. Come on. I don't want to lose this. You know they're on the other side of the hill. Don't go that way, buddy. Don't take off. Good job. I mean, it's one of those things we're never going to make it over there in 19 seconds to defend that cap. You're not going to happen. So your best bet is to jump on the cap right now and just hopefully we draw it off. We end up with a draw, and that's what's going to happen. So at least he was a decent player, and he didn't YOLO down over the hill and go do nothing. So draw is always better than a loss. I entered this game thinking we're just going to get our asses kicked. You know, Joe and I was both laughing at the beginning, like, oh, we're not going to do anything. Just to the amount of heavies that were in the game. End up with 150,000 silver, 1,391 XP with multiplier, 1,600 damage dealt, 1,196 damage assisted, 10 penetrations. So, yeah, in a game that I thought I was going to do absolutely nothing, Joe and I end up coming up first and second in a tier 9 game. With all them tier 9s below us. 2 shots for 457 to the Borzig, to the Ramalama Ding Dong. 155 assists to the T95 E2. 1 shot for 117 and took that IS-3 out of the game. 180 assists on the IS-6. 1 shot for 203 to the IS. 2 shots for 258 and 548 assisted to the M46 Patton. 2 shots for 168 into the AT-15, took him out of the game. 2 shots for 47 to the IS-8, 271 assisted damage. So, yeah, overall it was a decent game. Like I said, Joe ended up in first, 17 shots fired, 13 hits, 1,691 damage dealt. I was in second with 17 shots fired, 11 hits, 10 penetrations, 1,690 for damage dealt, and 1,196 assist. Hit 6 tanks, destroyed 2, took 890, only blocked 135. What more could you ask for in this tank at that, you know, tier 9 game? So I didn't expect to block a lot. But I just happened to be in the right position, and you know, if Joe and I had thrown that game and just said screw it and just, I mean, completely YOLO it, our first mindset was just fuck it. Let's just, you know. But then once we get over there and started firing, and the game played a little different, you know, nothing big was right there, we decided to finish playing. If we had just, you know, half-heartedly just been at douchebags and YOLO'd and killed ourselves pretty much, you know, just until we died, we wouldn't have won that game. We wouldn't have drawn. Well, we didn't win anyways, but we wouldn't end up in a draw either because we wouldn't have been there to help them 2 tanks at the top of the hill. So, you know, there's times when I think, oh, it's not even worth playing, you know, it's like all tier 9s, 2 tier 8s, and I'm the only tier 7. Unless I'm in a light tank, it's like almost pointless. But, you know, then there's other times where you say screw it and you try a little bit and you end up, you know, first and second in a tier 9 game while you're driving tier 7s. So, We definitely did better than our KV3 and our IS. And Z-Man ended up, middle of the pack there in his AT7. So, but what can you do in that match? Sit in base and snipe. So, hats off to him too. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right, tell me what I did wrong, and remember, when you're on that battlefield, shoot the red ones.